Hello everyone, this is Brijesh Kumar. Today I am going to teach you campus novel. A campus novel is a subgenre of novel which became quite popular in the second half of the 20th century. A campus novel sometimes is known as academic novel because of the reason that it involves the lives of academicians, and it is also known as university novel because its setting is usually inside a university campus. My dear students, before I go ahead, I would like to tell you some certain features of a university campus which usually motivates a writer to write campus novels. Dear students, a university usually has a kind of closed environment. What kind of closed environment it has, that I would like to tell you here. I will find that the teachers or the professors or other administrative officers inside the university, they always show that the things inside the university are always ideal, and they run smoothly. And for a person of outside, they always seem to be very much nice, very fine. But what happens when someone goes inside and looks very closely, then he or she may find that there are lots of differences, there are lots of disagreement of opinions inside the university, but those things are never ever let be known by other people, and that's why it always has a kind of closed environment. The second feature of a university campus is this, that it is full of intellectuals. In some of the intellectuals, they always kind of do not so the normal behavior, and sometimes they show idiosyncratic behavior. Sometimes they seem like frantic, sometimes they seem like crazy, and that's why you will find that these kind of behavior, these kind of activities usually create laughter for an ordinary learner or for an ordinary reader, because people, they never ever think that the people of such a caliber or such an intellect would behave like that. So you will find that those people, they are also full of such kind of tendencies. I mean, craziness or madness or idiosyncratic behavior, etc. They are full of. And then the third very important quality of an university campus is this, that it always maintains a clear hierarchy, because when you visit, you will find that there are categorizations, and those categorizations are like a pyramid. VCs at the top, and down you will find the deans, and then the head, then the associates, then assistant. This is how the hierarchy is maintained, very well maintained inside the university, and everyone is very much afraid of to the next person who is higher, who is placed at the higher posts. So universities usually maintains this kind of hierarchy inside and outside. They always preach for equality, fraternity, and they always preach about secularism, etc. And these kind of features of a university campus always gives or provides greater fictional possibilities to the writers of a campus novel, and that's why these writers of the campus novel, they encash these possibilities while writing their novels. After having a look of the university campus and its features, let us have a look of some of the features of university novel or campus novel itself. The very first one is this, that its setting is almost inside or around the campus of a university, because if it is not there inside the university or nearby the university, it becomes very difficult to correlate the event of the university to that far-fetched place or spot. So usually you will find that the setting is there near the university or inside the university. Second very important feature of a campus novel is this, that most of the characters, they are academicians, they are the professors, lecturers, they are the teachers of the university. They are not the people from outside of the university. If they are from outside of the university, they are directly related to one or another teacher or another intellectual of the university campus itself. The third feature of a campus novel is this, that the story revolves around some or other department, but particularly you can say that it revolves around the English department, because teachers of English department seems to be much more active or engaged in such kinds of politics. So usually the story is bobbing around English department, but there is not very hard and fast rule that it is always around the English department. It may be, based on the teachers of other departments too. And then the next very important feature is this, that the story is always told from the viewpoint of a faculty member, and then it becomes much more reliable, because a person who comes from outside of the university campus or fraternity, it becomes very difficult for that person to know about the VCS or about the nasty politics of university campus. So usually the story is told from the viewpoint of a faculty member. Then the next very important quality of a university novel or campus novel is this, that most of the academic novels, usually you will find, as I told you, are humorous in nature, because I told you that university is such a place which is full of intellectuals, and those intellectuals who sometimes seems to be eccentric, sometimes seems to be very frantic, and sometimes they seem to be very arrogant and fight at trivial things. And that's why they seem, for an outsider, they seem to be being more and more humorous, full of humor. And they show also sometimes the BCS politics of academic life, where the stake is very low. You will find that these academicians, the so-called intellectuals, they are involved in nasty politics, the VCS politics, where when you try to find out the stakes, you will find that the stakes is always very low. For example, I can tell you something. See, if a teacher is liked by the students, so that may give pain to other teacher. If a teacher looks or maintains his physique or body, or maybe reads better than others, then this also gives a kind of jealousy. So such kind of normal things. Even I have seen, if someone puts a nice sari, then it gives a little jealousy or a little pain to other teachers. Also, I mean, this is in between or among the women teachers. And similarly, we'll find lots of things among the male teachers also. So they are involved in such kind of trivial things which produce laughter for the common readers. And then some of the themes which you will find in a campus novel are power or sex or class or banishment or exile, etc. These are the themes which usually you will find in a campus novel. Apart from these two things, there are two more subgenres of novels which I also would like to tell you, and they are known as Versity novel as well as Adjunct novel. So I will tell you about. A Versity novel is a novel which focuses on the politics of students rather than faculty members. I told you about the campus novel that the academicians or the teachers are involved, but in a Versity novel, you must notice this point, Versity, not I am talking about university, because university novel is very much known as campus novel. I am talking about here Versity novel, which usually focuses on the politics of students rather than faculty members. And Evelyn Waugh's novel Brideshead Revisited, which was published in 1945, is a classic example of this subgenre of novel. And I would also tell you one movie that you can watch in order to better comprehend what a Versity novel is. That is Hasil, and the movie is based on the student politics of Allahabad University. Dear students, after this there is another novel, subgenre of novel, that is known as adjunct novel. And an adjunct novel is a novel which is based on the experiences of a marginalized character inside the campus or inside any department. And usually you will find that the primary characters here in an adjunct novel, they are marginalized characters or underpaid characters, or sometimes untenured characters, or those who are on ad hoc or on probation. Such kind of characters you will find as the leading characters of an adjunct novel. And after that, dear students, I would like to tell you some certain examples of campus novel, and one by one. The very famous one is Kingsley Amis Lucky Jim, which was published in 1945, and then Bill Arthur's The Professor's House, 1925, C.P. Snow's The Masters, 1951, Mary McCarthy's The Grops of Academy, 1952, and Malcolm Bradbury's The History Man, published in 1975. These are very important novels which always have been asked in your examination, I mean competitive examinations, as well as in UGC net also these questions have been asked. So you need to pay attention and read summaries of these subgenres of novel known as campus novel in order to better comprehend. Thank you very much. Thank you, students. Thank you.